Hi everyone, again this is Teacher Julian and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while that I haven't posted any tutorial sessions in English, but this time we are back for another session in English on identifying real or make-believe fact or non-fact images. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, or share my videos. For the first competency in the first quarter of English 6 is identify real or make-believe, fact or non-fact images. Before we proceed to this competency, we have sub and support learning competencies on analyzing figures of speech, particularly hyperbole and irony, and it also includes inferring meaning of idiomatic expressions using context clues. In your module, you have a dialogue there between Elsa and Mona. Hello, Elsa. My pet dog Aki died yesterday and I cried a river. Oh yes, I am happy to hear that, Mona. Now we can look for a new pet. My heart is bleeding with sadness. We'll go to the party so you'll forget about Aki. You are one lucky fellow, for you now have an angel. From the dialogue of Elsa and Mona, they used phrases or lines citing figures of speech. Remember that analyzing figures of speech, we have figurative language or figures of speech are ways of expressing ideas by using symbols, figures, or likenesses. It is the opposite of literal language because it does not tell directly what a person has in mind. To name some examples are simile, a comparison of two unlike things using like or as. Metaphor, it is a direct comparison of two unlike objects without using the expressions like or as. And personification, a figure of speech that gives human qualities to places, objects, animals, or ideas. Analyzing figures of speech, limiting on hyperbole. Hyperbole is a figure of speech that expresses overstatement or exaggeration of a particular condition. Statements expressing hyperbole are also called hyperbolic statements. In the conversation on page 4 between Mona and Elsa, I cried a river and my heart is bleeding with sadness. These are examples of hyperbole. Other examples of hyperbole are, my world turned upside down. Your voice is deafening. The heat of my body can produce fire. So these phrases are expressions of exaggeration or overstatement. And we call that hyperbole as a figure of speech. Another is irony. An irony is, on the other hand, a figure of speech that expresses the contrary or opposite of what should one really think, especially in order to be funny. It is also called an ironic statement. The words used in ironic statements express praise or approval. However, the real purpose is to criticize. To criticize, to mock, or ridicule. Notice in the conversation on page 4 again between Mona and Elsa. Mona was happy for discovering in the death of Elsa's pet dog rather than being sad for her. So other examples of irony. The teacher fails the test. The shoemaker's children have no shoes. The doctor died of pneumonia. So, teacher failed the test is an irony, which is an opposite. It actually expresses a mockery, a criticism, or being ridiculed. Shoemaker's children have no shoes. That's another irony. Doctor died of pneumonia. An irony also, or a contrary of what he or she meant. Figurative language is a way of speaking or writing in which the speaker or writer describes things in a new, different way. It also called figures of speech. Some examples introduced earlier are simile, using like or us, a direct comparison or a metaphor, and personification. Hyperbole or hyperbolic statements are exaggerated statements that are almost impossible to believe. So always remember that hyperbole is an exaggeration, and hyperbolic statement, these are things impossible to believe, since they may never happen or exist. How about irony? Irony is an ironic statement. On the other hand, it expresses ideas or situations that are opposite or in contrast of what is expected to happen or what is said in mind. In analyzing figures of speech, let us take these examples. Read and analyze if the statements express exaggeration or ironic ideas. Note, clue words were underlined to help you. I can see the germs with my naked eyes. So the underlined statement, see the germs with my naked eyes. So what is this? Is this an irony or a hyperbole? See the germs with my naked eyes is a hyperbole. My dad has iron hands that could lift a 10-story building. This is again, iron hands that could lift a 10-story building is an example of an exaggeration or a hyperbole. Our teacher gave Elna 100% grade for failing the test. 100% grade for failing the test, again, it's an opposite of what the teacher meant. It is an irony or an ironic statement. I have read the book 100 times. Read the book 100 times is also an ironic statement or irony. So it's very easy. Let's take another example. Read and analyze if the statements express exaggeration or ironic ideas. Clue words were underlined to help you. The dentist suffers a disturbing toothache. Remember, dentist suffers a disturbing toothache. So what is this? Is this a statement of hyperbole or an irony? It's an ironic statement. Old fox attended the baby party. It is also an irony. The man did not sleep for 1 year while waiting for his wife to come home. The underlined statement is did not sleep for 1 year. Imagine that. Can you do that? Is it a believable thing? It's not. So it is an overstatement or hyperbole. We counted 1,000,000 times before he blew his candles. Counted 1,000,000 times, it is also a hyperbole. Lisa's wedding day was showered with a heavy rain. Wedding day was showered with a heavy rain is a hyperbole. The chicken ate a whole cow. This one is an explicit statement of hyperbole. So it's very easy to identify a hyperbole from irony. Hyperbole is an exaggeration or overstatement. Irony is an opposite or contrast. Next, we have sub or supporting learning competency, which is inferring meaning of idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions or idioms are phrases which mean something different from the meanings expressed of the words that are part of it. Its meaning will only be understood when taken as a whole or when used in context. Like this one. It's raining cats and dogs. I can't play with my friends outside. Do you have another activity in your module showing pictures? Like this one. This picture is expressing an idiom in stitches. We have another set of picture, tie the knot. This one, a red letter day. Next, eavesdropping. We have under the weather. So remember that idiomatic expressions or idioms, like when you use the idiom play by ear, it does not mean that you will play using your ear. Instead, it actually means to play music without looking at the notes. Pass away is another idiom. It means to die. Break off means to put an end. Cut down means diminish in amount. Stand out means to be distinguished. Hand out means to distribute. Other examples of idioms. Break in means to train, tame, discipline. Put down means to record. Lay up means to save. Hand over means to give up the possession of anything. Fall out means to quarrel. Soared like an eagle means glided along high in the air. Raining cats and dog means raining very hard. Lost her cool means got angry. Tie the knot means got married. Foot the bill means pay for. Highly spirited means energetic and enthusiastic. No good means of no use. Took place means exchanged places. Get on in life means continue working. Look after means to take care. Under the weather means ill. Wear thin means become dull. Burn up or burns up means makes us angry. Tripped up means made a mistake. In stitches means laughing hard. Out of the blue means unexpectedly. Make waves means cause trouble. Down in the dumps means depressed. Turn down means refused or denied. Keep an eye means watched carefully. Turn up means appear or arrive. Get along means live harmoniously together. Face the facts means accept reality. Come down to earth means be practical or realistic. Take it or leave it means accept it or not. See the world means see life. Serve one right means deal with one as he deserves. Sound a person out means find out his intention. Commit to memory means learn by heart. Bury the hatchet means forgive and forget. Cry over spilled milk means useless regrets. Follow the crowd means believe as most people do. Kills two birds with one stone means accomplishes two things at a time. So these are examples of idiomatic expressions or idioms and their meaning. So take note of all those items. In identifying real or make-believe images, reading books, listening to stories, and watching movies can bring us to a world of reality and fantasy. We encounter characters and events that may be true or just a make-believe. Real images are true. They are facts that can be proven. They can be experienced or witnessed by a person. So that's a real image or images. When identifying statements that express reality, take note. Remember this. One should look into things, ideas, and events based on real-life experience using the five senses: seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and feeling. So that is one tip in identifying a reality statement. So, example, babies cry when they are hungry. That's an expression or a demonstration of a real image. There are 7 days in a week. That's a big real. My grandmother is still alive at the age of 93. That's a real image statement. It can be verified. What about make-believe images? Make-believe images have no existence. They don't exist. They are not true. They are in our imagination, a product of our imagination. They are non-fact and difficult to be proven. Make-believe images are created in our minds. They are exaggerated most of the time. That is why they are unbelievable to happen. In real images, it is believable. In make-believe images, it is unbelievable to happen or to exist. And what are the examples of this? The tree talked to the boy. Imagine that. Can this be possible? No. That's a make-believe image. The fisherman caught a mountain of fish last night but still was penniless. That's a make-believe image or situation. It was raining cats and dogs. The water flooded the city and it almost reached the clouds. That's another example of a make-believe image. In your module, you have also pictures saying make-believe images and real images. So, the man riding in a motorbike, that's real. This one is a fairy, that's a make-believe image. A mother and her son, real. Ghost, it's a make-believe image. So it's very easy to differentiate between real and make-believe or fact or non-fact images. So that's it for today. Good day and see you in my next video tutorial session.